Ferrari. So recently I took a look at a Kyosho Ferrari 250 Testarossa, and that one is actually in the display case right now, all the way back here behind this box, behind this creative options box, so can't really get it. But right in front of you, this is a Ferrari 333 SP from the famed Speed Machine series. Is one of the legendary ones. All of them sell for pretty expensive. This is actually the cheapest speed machines I found when I looked it up on eBay, and it happens to be a Ferrari. I know it's not like the most amazing one. It's not the most, not even close to the most sought after one, but I think it's cool to take a look. And it's a Ferrari, so that's a bonus. But I feel like I'm a little bit underwhelmed, to be perfectly honest. I don't know what exactly I was expecting, but so it's got a metal body, excuse me, plastic base. It's interesting is that it has an extra interior piece in red, like this roll bar, whatever you call it, roll cage, and this tiny little right here, this tiny steering wheel are plastic, which is interesting because in like the other one I got, the mainline release, you see the interior and the steering wheel are actually one piece, and the roll bar is actually part of the body. It's a black metal. So this premium speed release is actually lighter than the normal one. Not that that really matters, but I just thought it's interesting. And the cold mold wheels are cool, but I don't know, this one feels a bit underwhelming, and with the red rims, and you also see the paint is not perfect. But anyway, Ferrari, if you are a die-cast collector, Ferrari is one of the ones that's super hard to find, and I think on Ferrari's part, it's a terrible decision for collectors, but as far as hype goes, I think it's like an incredible business decision. You know, like there's so many other like supercar companies. The only one that might compare, oh my god, just stay put, thank you, is for instance like Koenigsegg and maybe Bugatti, but like even those two you have, well, Koenigsegg you basically have Hot Wheels and Tarmac Works, right? Are there any other ones? I don't think so. With Bugatti you have a lot, you know what, you can just stay there. With Bugattis you have a few more choices, right? You have Hot Wheels, you have well, the new Bugatti Divo is coming to Matchbox. There's some other ones I genuinely can't remember right now, but I know there are other choices. Oh, Burago also has a Veyron. You know, like there's maybe there are also very few Bugatti choices. But anyway, Ferrari is the one that's the hardest because they have a something sounds very weird right now. Because they have what is called a exclusive licensing, meaning if one company, one die-cast company has the license, other companies can't do that. And the company that has it, that used to have it, was Mattel, and Hot Wheels and Matchbox made Ferraris, but Mattel lost it in 2014, and the company that got it was the Meichong Group, which owns Meiso as well as Burago. So you can find Ferraris in like a variety of scales from these two companies. And also a Kyosho, because their ones are, they made their Ferrari models into what is technically a model kit, which I've looked at, so they're kind of exempt, which I think might be the best source of getting Ferraris. One, it's true 164, and two, it's nowhere near as expensive as TLVs. But well, TLV has it, Takara Tomy / Tomica has it because, well, they sub-licensed it from the Meichong Group, and they have like the Ferrari F40, for instance, in TLV, which is one of the most amazing 164 models out there, and also happens to be one of the most expensive. But they also have Ferraris released under their Tomica Premium line, and also Basic. So this 4-car set is part of Tomica Basic, more or less, and it comes with 4 cars. You can get it from Amazon. I think Amazon has been the cheapest price I could find, at least in the United States. I think it's either like 46 or 4. Oh no. It's 24 or $28, 26 or $28, somewhere around that, which is still expensive, but cheaper than all the other options. So you get a 488 Spider. I think it's the color names are really funny too. Blue Tour de France. Blue here, obviously, it's not. This is not French. It's Italian, right? Because blue in French would be bleu. That would be bleu. I don't know. Am I pronouncing it right? You also get a 488 GTB in Bianco Avus. I don't know what Avus is, but Bianco is white, obviously. You get the LaFerrari in yellow, Giallo Modena. Giallo is Italian for yellow. Also, the word used for like Italian cult, pulp, kind of pulpy movies, B movies. Modena, I think it's a location somewhere in Italy, right? You also get the Aperta, which is the convertible. Rosso Corsa, so some kind of red. But anyway, so these models don't have like the standard Tomica boxes. You can see inside the bags are used to keep the cars protected. The cars are put in the bags and put in like these four corners. So it doesn't come with the boxes, which is unfortunate, but that's fine, right? I would like to have the boxes just to be like consistent with other Tomica releases, but that is very, very minor. So I'm going to take a look at the 488s first, because I mean they're a really, really cool supercar, but at least visually nowhere as interesting as the LaFerrari. So this is the white 488 GTB. It's really very cool white, and you see front lensed headlights. You see the Ferrari logo up front. You see the Ferrari logo on the side behind the wheels. Very nicely detailed. You also get like lensed backlights, which is I think is really, really neat. And for the price, obviously they're going to be a lot cheaper in Japan or the rest of Asia than it will be in the United States, or I don't know, maybe Europe as well, probably. But these Tomica build qualities are genuinely great. And if you look at the base, you see, first of all, it says S equals to 162. There's something really nice I really appreciate from Tomica. It's like, with TLV, obviously it's 164, but they still specify it's 164. With Tomica Basics and Premiums, like the brands that are specifically designed to be toys, they're still the scale there, which I think is really good. Really awesome. Under license Ferrari and MCG, which is a Meichong group. I think is really cool. This one I think has a bit of a paint chip. It doesn't really pick up on here, but you see, you might be able to tell that it's missing a little bit of the paint is a little bit messy here, but it's not a big deal, I don't think. Like this is probably as bad as a Tomica paint job is gonna get. Next up, we have the 488 Spider in blue. I'm gonna stop showing the bases now because they're basically the same. I'm sorry. It's another 162, and this one basically has the same tooling as the 488 GTB, except obviously with the difference being the top of the car. Again, lensed backlights. You see the Ferrari logo on the side, as well as the front, as well as lensed headlights. Very distinctive, very, very cool. But personally, and I feel like for a lot of people, the highlights are going to be the LaFerraris. The LaFerraris do come in like Hot Wheels, although was it in 2014 or 2013, like the last year that Hot Wheels had their licenses? They made it for 1 year. There are two models, one in red and I think the other in silver, and they're gone. But I think this is just vastly superior to the Hot Wheels version. Not that I have it, but I've seen a lot of pictures, and I think this is just so much better. I would probably love it more if this is in red and one of the other cars is in yellow, but yeah, look at that. Obviously, well, maybe not obviously, but I think the Enzo Ferrari is a much better looking car. This one really got that exotic, futuristic, aggressive look, but I feel like Enzo Ferrari just looks so good, so much better. But obviously it's still a great car to have, and again it's another 162, so it will be ever so slightly larger than the true 164. So if you want to get true 164, I mean basically any Ferrari or any car, because they have lots of releases, I do think Kyosho will be the way to go, because this is very, very current. TLV are not going to be making these. It's not a Nissan GTR. That's the only contemporary car they make. But this is the Aperta. This is a convertible. This is a bit of a pet peeve of mine, is when companies have like 25 different names for convertibles. You have like Roadster, Speedster, Spider with the I, Spider with the Y. And you see even here, even with Ferrari, you get the La Ferrari Aperta. It's Aperta here, but here it's a 488 Spider. Like, just make up your minds. Just call them all convertibles. It's whatever. So yeah, these are really cool. I think it's worth having. Obviously, I think it's more worth having if you're in Asia and you can get them at a much cheaper price. But even if in the United States, I think it's worth paying the sub $30 price for it. It's not cheap, obviously. And I do have another set of I do have a Barago 5-pack coming, I think all the way from Britain. But that 5-pack is like $25, which I think from what I've seen, these Barago ones usually sell in the United States in stores for like $5 a piece, which is crazy. And I feel like, so like, at least like getting it from Amazon isn't more expensive than getting it here, because I can't get it here, but I just feel like it's probably not worth the price. I'm gonna keep an open mind, but I feel like there's just no chance it could be better than a Tomica release. Like, this is, without going true 164, I think this is as close as you're going to get. And I think I was saying earlier, right, Ferrari being so exclusive is like a horrible move for collectors. But for Ferrari, like, I mean, I love Ferrari, but I don't love it like more than other similar supercar sports cars brands. But because of their exclusivity and because they're so hard to find, like, there's no American company that makes those. It's either Meichon Barago, which is I don't know if you want to consider Barago Italian or Hong Kong, but Meichon / Meiso is obviously from Hong Kong, and Kyosho and Tomica are Japanese. So like, there's no American and maybe one European brand that makes those. So like, I can get a Lamborghini diecast. Okay, not a Lamborghini. I can get it from Matchbox. I can get it from Hot Wheels. Obviously, I can get it from Kyosho or Tomica, which would be better quality. I think you can find them in like Siku or Meiso. There's so many options. Like, oh, Lamborghini, yeah. But like, getting a Ferrari, oh my God, it's a Ferrari, and you have to go out of your ways to get them. So like, every time you get a Ferrari, it's you get that kind of jolt, which I think it's very clever, although very annoying that Ferrari is doing this. And like, if they don't have Ferraris, I wouldn't bother getting something from Barago. I have nothing against them, but without Ferraris, I don't have a need of looking for them. Oh, and by the way, one thing I failed to mention, but it should be very familiar if you're very normal if you're familiar with with Tomica, is that all of these have suspension. It's very springy, like definitely better than. That's a paint chip right there. That's unfortunate. Much better quality, I feel like, than Majorette. Not a knock on them, because I think Majorette is quite a bit cheaper, but I think these ones are definitely better quality. So that's something to note if you care. I think it's not super needed, but it's cool that they have it. Not all of them have it. My Tomica Premium Skyline Silhouette doesn't have it, but this one does. But it's fun to have, right? It's not absolutely necessary, but it's cool nevertheless. So that's my look at the Tomica Ferrari 5-pack. It's cool to have. If you can get it at a good price, I think it's definitely worth having in your collection. And I don't know the prices, but I feel like the Hot Wheels LaFerraris are going to be more expensive, chances are, because they're so limited. Only made them for 1 year. So, and these one will be better made than Hot Wheels one anyway. And I don't think Hot Wheels has a 488 because that came out, well, maybe they do, I don't know. Haven't done enough research to talk about that, but I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.